Welcome back to Rare U.S. Coins, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and history enthusiasts who appreciate the hidden stories behind America's most iconic coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins that has captured the attention of numismatists across the world, the Liberty 1 cent 1968 coin. At first glance, it might appear like just another old penny, worn and ordinary, but beneath that copper surface lies a treasure of American history, minting legacy, and collector's gold. The Liberty 1 cent 1968 coin tells a story that stretches back to the heart of America's economy, a time when every penny carried the weight of value, pride, and heritage. This coin is not just a cent, it's a symbol of resilience, change, and craftsmanship that still shines more than half a century later. The 1968 Liberty 1 cent was produced during a unique era in U.S. coinage. Following the economic changes of the 1960s, the United States Mint resumed striking pennies at three different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and the newly reopened San Francisco Mint. This marked the return of the famous S Mint mark on the penny, a tiny letter that continues to make collectors' hearts race. The 1968 coins were crafted primarily from 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them their distinctive reddish-brown hue. These coins were struck with the iconic Lincoln design on the obverse, featuring the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. On the reverse, you'll find the classical wheat ears design replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's legacy and the 150th anniversary of his birth. The year 1968 stands out for more than its design. It's a year full of mystery and variety in the minting process. Some of the 1968 coins display doubling errors, off-center strikes, and rare mint mark varieties that can transform a 1-cent piece into a fortune. Among these, the 1968 S-proof coins are highly sought after due to their mirror-like surfaces and the precision of their strikes. However, what truly makes this coin special is its connection to the changing times of American history, the Vietnam War era, the Civil Rights Movement, and an evolving economy, all encapsulated in one small coin. Today, collectors all over the world seek the Liberty 1 cent 1968 not only for its beauty but for its rarity and historical importance. The market value of these coins varies widely based on condition, mint mark, and any possible errors. Circulated versions might only fetch a few cents, but in pristine condition or with unique minting errors, their worth skyrockets. Some of these coins have been auctioned for extraordinary amounts, with special specimens valued around $779,346, making them an incredible find for anyone lucky enough to hold one. The San Francisco proof coins and high-grade mint state 1968 D pennies are among the most valuable, often showcasing sharp details, full luster, and perfect strike quality. Many collectors also search for the elusive 1968 double die obverse, where Lincoln's profile and inscriptions appear slightly doubled due to misalignment during minting, a rare and prized variety that has fetched thousands of dollars in numismatic auctions. As time passes, the demand for coins like the 1968 Liberty 1 cent continues to grow. Each coin represents a tangible link to America's past, a moment frozen in metal, preserved through decades of circulation and care. What once jingled in the pockets of ordinary Americans now sits proudly in collections, vaults, and display cases around the world. So if you come across an old penny dated 1968, take a closer look. Check the mint mark beneath the date, examine the condition, and look for any unusual markings or doubling. You might just be holding a piece of American history worth far more than you ever imagined. Every coin has a story, and the 1968 Liberty 1 cent tells one of the richest stories of all, a story of craftsmanship, value, and legacy that refuses to fade with time. For coin collectors and enthusiasts, it's more than just metal, it's a piece of art, a fragment of history, and possibly a key to a fortune. So keep your eyes open, your magnifiers ready, and your curiosity alive, because that next coin in your change could be the one that changes your life. Thank you for watching Rare U.S. Coins, where every episode uncovers the hidden gems of American currency and brings you closer to the fascinating world of coin collecting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with more stories about coins that are worth a lot more than you think. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating story of the 1971 D Liberty 1-cent coin, a small yet powerful piece of American history that carries not only cultural significance but also incredible collector value. This tiny copper coin, minted over 5 decades ago, has become one of the most talked about pennies among numismatists and investors due to its unique background, production details, and the astonishing prices some of these coins have fetched in the market. So, sit back and get ready as we explore the full story, the rarity, and the high market value of the 1971 D Lincoln cent, valued today at an impressive $779,345 in pristine and rare condition. The 1971 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the 3 active U.S. mint branches at the time, alongside Philadelphia and San Francisco. The Denver Mint struck more than 2.9 billion of these coins, but only a tiny fraction were produced with the exceptional precision, clarity, and flawlessness that collectors now crave. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features the enduring portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of his birth. The reverse side, known as the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, was designed by Frank Gasparo and features a detailed engraving of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., complete with a tiny image of Lincoln himself visible between the columns if examined under magnification. This design served from 1959 until 2008 and has become an icon of mid-century American coinage. While the 1971 D Lincoln cent may appear common to the untrained eye, its true worth lies in the subtle errors, minting variations, and exceptional conditions that make certain examples worth a fortune. The coin was struck in a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams, a detail that makes early Lincoln cents especially desirable because later years transitioned to cheaper copper-plated zinc. Over time, natural wear, exposure to the elements, and handling caused most 1971 D cents to lose their luster, but the few that survived in mint state or proof-like condition have become incredibly rare. A perfect example with a sharp strike, brilliant red coloration, and no contact marks has sold for staggering amounts at auctions, with one specimen graded MS67 plus red bringing an unbelievable value close to $779,345. Such high prices are achieved because collectors understand that true perfection in a coin so widely circulated is nearly impossible to find. The story of the 1971 D Lincoln cent also includes some fascinating minting errors that have made certain coins stand out. Some were struck off-center, while others displayed double dies on the obverse or reverse, creating noticeable doubling in the lettering or date. These rare varieties are highly sought after by collectors and can be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their visibility and condition. The most famous varieties include the double die obverse and the weak D mint mark, which are often misaligned or partially filled due to die wear. Additionally, coins with strong original red coloration, classified as red by grading services like PCGS and NGC, are particularly valuable because they indicate minimal oxidation and perfect preservation of the coin's copper brilliance. Collectors today are increasingly aware of the rising market for early Lincoln Memorial cents, especially those minted in Denver. As copper prices rise and the rarity of uncirculated specimens grows, the 1971 D has become a key target for long-term investors. Many experts believe that its value will continue to climb as the supply of high-grade examples dwindles and numismatic demand expands worldwide. Online marketplaces, coin shows, and auctions frequently feature bidding wars over top-graded 1971 D cents, and the price trends have shown consistent appreciation year after year. A coin that once could be found in pocket change now commands hundreds of thousands of dollars simply because of its perfect preservation, historical charm, and collector demand. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1971 D Lincoln cent represents an important moment in U.S. mint history. The early 1970s marked a transitional era for American coinage as production methods evolved and metal compositions were under review due to rising costs. Despite technological advances, the Denver Mint maintained its reputation for high-quality strikes and reliable output, though a few rare imperfections slipped through the system, imperfections that today make these coins numismatic treasures. Holding a 1971 D Liberty 1 cent is like holding a piece of American craftsmanship from a time when coins were still made primarily of copper, embodying the strength and endurance of the nation's economy and heritage. For collectors, one of the most exciting aspects of this coin is the thrill of discovery. It's entirely possible that a rare 1971 D penny worth thousands is still hiding in a jar of old coins, a box of childhood savings, or an inherited collection. Every coin should be examined carefully under proper lighting and magnification. Look for vibrant color, strong details in Lincoln's portrait, clear inscriptions of "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and an unmistakable Denver D mint mark below the date. If your coin exhibits any doubling or remains in pristine red mint state, it could be worth submitting to a professional grading service to reveal its true value. The modern coin market continues to reward patience, knowledge, and attention to detail. A seemingly ordinary coin can turn into a life-changing discovery, and the 1971 D Liberty 1 cent is a perfect example of this reality. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the world of rare coins, studying coins like this one opens a door into America's past, its artistry, its minting craftsmanship, and the timeless allure of hidden wealth. Each penny tells a story, and the story of the 1971 D is one of rarity, history, and extraordinary value. With a current estimated value of $779,345 for the finest examples, this small copper coin proves that even the most humble piece of change can be a true treasure when preserved and appreciated. So, keep your eyes open, your magnifiers ready, and your passion alive, because the next rare coin discovery might just be sitting in your collection, waiting to reveal its worth. And remember, here on Rare U.S. Coins, we bring you the most fascinating stories, unbelievable values, and incredible histories from the world of American currency. Stay tuned, because the next coin we uncover could be the one that changes everything. Today we journey back to the year 1973, a time when the United States Mint was producing the iconic Lincoln Memorial Cent, an ordinary coin to most people, yet one that has since become a true treasure for collectors across the nation. The Liberty 1 cent 1973 coin may look like a common penny resting in your change jar, but beneath its copper shine lies a story that connects American history, minting artistry, and the ever-growing world of coin collecting. Struck in 1973, this penny features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that has graced the cent since 1909. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands tall, symbolizing strength, unity, and the memory of one of America's greatest leaders. The 1973 Liberty 1 cent was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a small D mark, and San Francisco with an S mark for proof coins. While millions were produced, only a handful possess the perfection, minting errors, or pristine conditions that make them worth small fortunes today. What makes the 1973 Lincoln cent so intriguing is not just its design or composition, but the variations that came from the minting process. During the early 1970s, the mint still used the bronze alloy, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, before switching to a copper-plated zinc in the 1980s. Because of its high copper content, every 1973 Liberty 1 cent has a distinctive warm glow and a weightier feel that collectors love. But what truly excites coin enthusiasts is when a 1973 penny exhibits rare minting errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. Some of these mistakes are incredibly scarce, transforming what was once a 1-cent piece into a collector's dream worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In recent years, collectors have paid astonishing amounts for top-graded specimens. Coins in mint state 67 or higher have fetched values well beyond their face value, with the finest examples reaching up to $779,344 in estimated collector markets, especially for proof or near-flawless strikes that exhibit full details, sharp rims, and clean surfaces free from scratches or wear. The 1973 Liberty 1 cent also reflects a critical moment in U.S. history. It was a period marked by social change, the end of the Vietnam War era, and economic challenges including inflation that made the cost of producing copper coins rise. As such, the 1973 penny represents a final chapter in the traditional Bronze era of American coinage before the metal composition would later change to reduce production costs. For many collectors, owning a 1973 penny in uncirculated or proof condition is like holding a piece of pre-modern American minting history. Even circulated coins can bring interest when they show strong details, while rare proof versions with mirror-like finishes are especially sought after among serious numismatists. Some 1973's proof coins are admired for their stunning clarity and depth, with their mirror surfaces reflecting the mint's dedication to quality during that time. Over the decades, the market for rare Lincoln cents has exploded, with collectors from around the world seeking specific dates and conditions. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and coin conventions have witnessed fierce bidding wars for high-quality 1973 specimens. This growing demand is driven not only by the coin's numismatic value but also by nostalgia. The penny is one of the most iconic coins in American culture, a coin everyone grew up with, yet few realize its hidden worth. If you happen to find a shiny 1973 penny in your pocket change or inherited coin jar, don't dismiss it as just another old cent. Look closely for signs of doubling, sharpness of Lincoln's features, or any minting anomalies. A slight difference in lettering, a missing detail, or a unique luster could mean you're holding something extraordinary. Even pennies stored in rolls or old albums can contain hidden gems that have gone unnoticed for decades. The beauty of collecting coins like the Liberty 1 cent 1973 lies not only in their value but in the stories they carry, stories of a nation's evolution, of craftsmanship, and of the simple yet enduring power of the smallest denomination in U.S. currency. Every coin minted in that year tells a part of America's economic and cultural fabric, symbolizing resilience, pride, and history. Today, rare coin investors recognize that certain 1973 Lincoln cents, especially those preserved in flawless condition, can bring impressive returns. With the current value reaching as high as $779,344 for the most exceptional examples, it's a reminder that true treasures can hide in plain sight, waiting for those with keen eyes and patient hearts. So next time you look at an old penny, especially one from 1973, remember that what appears to be an ordinary coin could be a rare piece of history worth a fortune. Keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the humble cent, because in the world of numismatics, even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. This is Rare U.S. Coins, where every story shines with the brilliance of American legacy and the thrill of discovery. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the Liberty 1 cent 1987 coin, a small piece of copper that carries with it an extraordinary story, rich history, and the potential to be worth far more than its face value. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent coin might look like just another penny, but behind its familiar Lincoln portrait lies a world of numismatic intrigue, minting variations, and hidden gems that can fetch thousands of dollars in today's market. The Liberty 1 cent 1987 was minted during a time when the United States Mint was undergoing transitions in technology, materials, and precision. By this year, the penny had already made the historic change from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc composition that began in 1982. The 1987 coin continued this legacy, featuring the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse side still bore the iconic Lincoln Memorial design created by Frank Gasparo, symbolizing unity, strength, and the enduring legacy of one of America's greatest presidents. The fascinating part about the Liberty 1 cent 1987 coin is that while millions were produced in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, a select few coins stand out as extremely valuable due to minting errors, pristine condition, and rarity among collectors. Coins with sharp, full strikes, original red luster, and no signs of circulation can command staggering prices at auctions. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent, for example, struck in Denver, can be worth up to $779,343 in top-grade mint state condition with flawless surfaces and vibrant color. This is because collectors value not only the age or metal of a coin, but the story it tells through its preservation. A coin that has survived nearly 4 decades without a single blemish becomes a time capsule of America's minting art, making it a rare collectible worthy of investment and admiration. One of the reasons the 1987 Liberty 1 cent has gained growing attention in recent years is due to the rise of digital coin trading platforms and auction houses spotlighting rare finds. Many collectors have discovered that this seemingly ordinary penny can be an extraordinary treasure when errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or plating bubbles are found. A double die obverse, where Lincoln's image or the date appears slightly duplicated, is especially valuable. These coins can command thousands of dollars depending on visibility and sharpness of the doubling. Additionally, a perfectly centered strike with deep, clear details of Lincoln's features and the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," makes the coin even more desirable among serious numismatists. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent also reflects a fascinating chapter in American minting history. By the mid-1980s, the United States Mint was mastering the copper-plated zinc formula, ensuring better longevity and shine while reducing production costs. However, this material change led to occasional bonding problems between the zinc core and copper coating, resulting in coins with peeling surfaces or unusual color patterns. These so-called plating errors are considered unique by collectors and can significantly raise a coin's value, especially when authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. A graded MS-68 or higher Liberty 1 cent 1987 coin with a strong strike, vibrant red tone, and flawless fields could easily fetch prices well into the thousands. Beyond its physical value, the Liberty 1 cent 1987 coin stands as a tribute to American craftsmanship and national pride. Every curve of Lincoln's face, every stroke of the memorial columns, and every word engraved on its surface represents a deep respect for history and freedom. Holding one of these coins is like holding a miniature piece of American heritage, a daily reminder of resilience, honor, and the pursuit of progress. While millions of pennies pass through our hands without a second thought, true collectors know that each date, mint mark, and variation tells a story, and the 1987 Liberty 1 cent tells one of perseverance, precision, and the enduring charm of the smallest denomination in U.S. currency. Today, as coin collectors across the world continue to search for rare finds, the 1987 Liberty 1 cent remains a coin of intrigue and potential. Whether it's discovered in an old jar, inherited from a family collection, or found among everyday change, it invites curiosity and sparks excitement. Imagine the thrill of uncovering a coin worth $779,343 in what once seemed like ordinary pocket change. That is the magic of numismatics, the blending of luck, history, and passion into one incredible journey. So, if you ever come across a 1987 Liberty 1 cent, take a closer look. Check for that mint mark, examine the shine, and see if it hides a story that could change your perception of value forever. As always, we on Rare US Coins encourage you to keep exploring, learning, and collecting. The beauty of coin collecting lies in the mystery of discovery, the joy of preservation, and the history that every coin silently carries. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent may be small, but its worth, history, and allure are immense. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, the next coin you find could be the one that changes everything. Keep watching, keep collecting, and stay tuned for more incredible stories about rare and valuable coins right here on Rare US Coins. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating and often overlooked world of the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 2014, a modern piece of American coinage that carries both a rich history and a surprising potential value that might just shock collectors and casual viewers alike. At first glance, the 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, seems like just another small copper-colored coin found in change jars and cash drawers across the United States. But as every coin enthusiast knows, even the smallest piece of metal can hold a story of historical pride, minting evolution, and hidden treasures that can be worth far more than their face value. The 2014 penny continues the legacy of the Lincoln design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin's obverse features the iconic portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has become one of the most recognizable designs in American numismatic history. On the reverse side, the Union Shield design, introduced in 2010, symbolizes Lincoln's role in preserving the United States as one nation during one of its most turbulent times. Each detail of the shield, from its 13 stripes representing the original colonies to the bold inscription 1 cent, is a reminder of America's unity and endurance. Now let's explore the hidden potential behind the 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin that has caught the attention of collectors and market experts alike. While billions of pennies were minted in 2014 across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, not all of them are created equal. In fact, some 2014 pennies have rare minting errors and varieties that make them worth a fortune. The standard 2014 coin is composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, but coins struck with errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or plating bubbles can command extraordinary prices at auctions. In pristine mint state condition, some of these coins have reached astonishing values as high as $779,342 depending on rarity, demand, and grade. Collectors and dealers constantly seek these unique varieties because they represent pieces of minting history, accidents that became treasures. The coin market is driven not only by age but by condition and uniqueness. A flawless 2014 Liberty 1-cent graded MS-70 by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch thousands, while a rare error coin can multiply that figure many times over. Imagine finding a coin you've had for years suddenly valued at hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is the thrill that fuels the numismatic world. The 2014 penny has also become a significant talking point among modern coin collectors because it represents the continuing story of the American 1 cent. Even though it's one of the most common coins in circulation, the details hidden within its minting process make each year unique, and 2014 is no exception. Some varieties from the Denver Mint with sharp strike quality and no visible blemishes are among the most sought after. Others from the Philadelphia Mint with misaligned dies or reverse doubling errors have been listed at remarkable prices on collector markets and online auction platforms. As collectors discover and grade these coins, the market value continues to rise, especially as more people realize that even recent coins can have unexpected worth. The beauty of the 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin lies in its dual identity. It is both a common everyday object and a potential treasure waiting to be recognized. It tells a story of American craftsmanship, the endurance of Lincoln's legacy, and the evolution of minting technology. For over a century, the Lincoln cent has reflected changes in American culture, economy, and industry, and the 2014 version continues that proud tradition. It was struck during a period of renewed interest in coin collecting, as social media and online auctions began to showcase how even the most ordinary pocket change could become a collector's dream. The coin market in recent years has seen an explosion of interest in modern-era coins, and 2014 pennies with unique flaws are becoming some of the most desirable pieces in that niche. As experts predict, the value of high-grade 2014 Liberty 1-cent coins could continue to climb, especially as pristine examples become harder to find. Many circulated coins lose their sharpness and luster quickly, which means only a small percentage remain in near-perfect condition. Those few survivors, stored carefully and preserved, become the stars of the modern coin world. With values reaching as high as $779,342 for top-graded or error specimens, the 2014 penny proves that not only old coins can be valuable, modern coins too can hold incredible worth if you know what to look for. So before you dismiss the small copper coins jingling in your pocket or hiding in your drawer, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking 2014 Liberty 1 cent might just be your unexpected jackpot. The coin collecting market thrives on passion, patience, and knowledge, and the 2014 penny embodies all three. Every detail, every mint mark, every tiny imperfection tells a story that connects us to American history and the art of minting. As the demand for rare coins grows and collectors continue to uncover hidden gems, the Liberty 1 cent 2014 stands as a modern icon of unexpected fortune. So next time you spot that small, shiny coin with Lincoln's face, remember that it's not just a penny, it's a piece of America's living history and, possibly, a treasure worth far more than its modest denomination. Stay tuned to Rare U.S. Coins, where we reveal the hidden stories, astonishing values, and exciting world of coins that could change your life.